Here are 3 quick, easy phrases to understand how to use conditionals. 1. Presently for the first conditional. 2. Previously for the second conditional. And 3. A long time ago for the third conditional. What exactly is a conditional? A conditional is used to express a hypothetical situation, a desire, or a wish further in the past. There are a few exceptions to this rule and some other ways we could use conditionals, but for today's lesson, we'll stick with this example. Once again, that's presently, previously, and a long time ago. Let's look at some examples. 1. Presently. If I save enough money, I will buy that mansion. 2. Previously. If I saved enough money, I would buy that mansion. And 3. A long time ago. If I had saved a lot of money and had won the lottery, I would have bought that mansion. Notice the words in yellow show different tenses. For the first conditional, we have the simple present. In the second conditional, we have if plus the simple past. And in the third conditional, we have the past participle. Let's look at a few more examples. Today, if you come over, I will prepare a nice lunch. Second, if I knew you were coming over, I would have prepared a nice lunch. Third, if I had known you were coming over when you visited last week, then I would have been sure to prepare a nice meal. Once again, notice the different tenses, the simple present, simple past, and then the past participle. Conditionals can also be inverted or reversed. What that simply means is we don't have to say the if statement first. We could say the if statement at the end of the sentence, such as, I will prepare a nice lunch if you come over today. I would have prepared a nice lunch if I knew you were coming over. I would have been sure to prepare a nice meal if I had known you were coming over when you visited last week. Conditionals can also be used contextually in the future to consider other possibilities. For example, in this short conversation, we're going to see Susan, or rather hear Susan, use past tense verbs, but contextually, she's talking about a possibility of the future. I'll read now. John, by the way, I'm coming over tomorrow. What do you want me to pick up for dinner tomorrow evening? Susan, I would have prepared a nice dinner if I knew you were coming over. John, oh, you'll cook? Susan, yes, I will cook if you pay for the ingredients. What's actually happening is John assumes that Susan would not be willing to cook. He assumed that there was no possibility she would cook, but this conversation is about the future. So, although Susan is using past tense verbs, contextually, this is about the future. There was one conditional we skipped. We skipped the zero conditional. What's the zero conditional? Unlike the first, second, and third conditional, the zero conditional is simply used to talk about something we want, desire, or wish for without using an if statement, such as if plus a condition. Here are a few examples. I would like you to come over for lunch. I might go play basketball later today. If we want to convert these zero conditionals to conditional statements, we simply add if plus a condition, such as, I would like you to come over for lunch if you are free. I might go play basketball later today if it stops raining. Today we've been focusing on the modal verb would, but here are some more modal verbs words that are used to discuss possibilities that we could also use with conditional statements and if statements. Those modal verbs are highlighted in purple. I'll read them now. Can, could, may, might, must, should, would, and couldn't. Next to these, you will notice some very simple explanations for how we can better understand the words. These are not the exact definitions, they are helping words, along with a percentage of how much of a chance or the likelihood, the possibility that these words help describe. I'll read those now. Can mean may be able, a 50% chance or possibility. Could, maybe can in the past tense. Could is the past tense of can, and it describes also about a 50% chance or possibility. May means maybe, and it represents a 50 to 70% chance or possibility. Might also means maybe or perhaps, and represents a 50 to 70% chance or possibility. Must is a little different. It is something that is so likely to occur, we know it will happen. It has to happen. It must occur. It's a 100% chance or possibility, or a very high percentage like 95%. You should get a good grade on your tests if you study for a long time. This is something that is likely to occur. Another example, you should have turned left instead of right. If we went left, it would have been a lot quicker. The left was the best way to go. Would is the past tense of will, and I like to tell my students to pretend that this word means wish or want. The W is a sort of signifier for us. Wish, want, would. And finally, we have couldn't. It is cannot in the past tense. It is something that is 100% not possible or 100% unlikely to happen. These are our modal verbs. Let's practice a few second conditionals. If I had, can you answer these questions? I'll give you a moment. Let's read the answers together. If I had $15, I would have bought a burger, fries, and a drink. Had is the simple past verb here, and we have an if statement. If I had $12, I would have bought fried chicken, ramen, and boba tea. If I had $8, I would have bought some pizza and juice. You fill in the last sentence. Here we have some more examples. Let's try to make a few more sentences. We have if, highlighted in green. Some pronouns highlighted in a dark blue. Simple past verbs in orange. And then we repeat a pronoun again, followed by a conditional. Let's read a few examples. If we knew, we would have brought drinks. If she were sorry, she would apologize. If they were at home, they would answer the door. If he had extra food, he would share with everyone. That's the end of our lesson on conditionals. Congratulations, you learned 100 or more words in this explanation video. Keep watching for more and remember to like and subscribe.